Hi guys, this is Gavin speaking. I'm just going to do you a short walk around video showing you some of the key features of your new car. The reason for the video, of course, is because we can't do the traditional sit in and show you how everything works because of social distancing. So short video will help you along the way, along with all the manuals, of course. So first thing I'm going to show you is, of course, this is where you plug in your charger. Now, whether it's the main roadside charger or the one you're going to use at home, they're both there, easy to operate. I'll show you how to do that obviously once you come in, because that's something very important, so I will actually show you that. And it's very, very simple. So I'm just going to walk around to the back of the car now. Open the boot, and the first thing I'm going to point out is this is your rear parking camera. So every now and again just give it a little bit of a wipe to keep it clean. Once you open the boot, we see we've got two packages for you. This one is for the home charging kit. Very, very simple, very, very easy. Okie doke. And then this one is, of course, the big volt one that's going to be roadside chargers. Again, I will just touch on those before collection, on collection I should say. Coming around to the front of the car, I'm just going to show you your quick access to the car. So it's keyless entry, or you can actually use, of course, the key. I'm just going to position myself here. So if you lock the car by pressing the button, it will also retract the mirrors for you as well. And then likewise, unlock the car, it will pop the mirrors out. Now you can override that, because if you park in a garage, you might not want them to fold back out again. And how you override that is if this switch here is in what is like it is now the neutral position, it works off of the keys. If you put it to left or right, then it becomes a manual operation and will only move when the ignition is on. You've got left and right wing mirror, and then simple joystick for that. You can lock all the windows when this switch is flat. That means no one else can open the windows. You can lock or unlock the doors, and the driver can, of course, operate all four windows. Now down here you've got your traction control button, so that's designed to stop your wheel spinning if you pull away quite fast. The reason why you've got the button there, of course, is to allow you to create wheel spin if you're stuck in mud or snow. This is the auto charge button, so you can set it to automatically start charging. Obviously the lead has to be plugged in, but for instance if you wanted it to come on at 10 o'clock at night, you can actually set it to do so. Parking sensors on and off. That's just for the bulb display that you'll see in the clock cluster there, and then you can adjust the height of the headlamp beam. I'm now going to sit in the car and shut the door. There's a bit of building work going on, so hopefully you can hear me okay. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is start the car. Now the foot has to be on the brake. We're going to press the button, and of course there isn't an engine, so we won't actually hear anything, but everything is now powered up. How do we know the car's ready to go? Well, quite simply, this one here says ready to start, but this little green car here is always on, so that's how we know we're ready to go. And as long as we're ready to go, we simply just press drive, D for drive, release the handbrake, and we will go like we are. There we are, nice and simple. When we come to stop, we press park and lift the handbrake up, and it's as simple as that. And then R for reverse and N for neutral. Okay, I'm just going to move the steering wheel round, so your indicators are on the left. It's down for left, up for right, flashes towards you, full beam away from you. We've got the auto lights. I know you're familiar with those. That's where the auto lights would go. Side lights, main lights, but I'm guessing, like myself, you'd probably just leave it on auto. And this one here is for the fog lamps. So move it around to the right hand side to the other stalk. And this is for wipers. So down once is one quick swipe on the front screen. We go up to intermittent. We can then alter how long it takes between each wipe with this little chap here. And then we go up for your first constant wipe, up again for your top speed, all the way down, let go, and that's reset. If you want water on the screen, you flash it towards you, and if you want water on the screen, you push the whole thing away from you. Rear wiper has two settings, so that's intermittent and that's constant. All the way back towards you, and that's everything off. Again, nice and simple. So what have we got on the steering wheel? We've got quite a bit of information, so this is where we would accept or discard a call. You've got a favourites button that you can also add to that. Your volume up and down for the radio is here. Channels up and down for the radio or your next media device, song that you might want to play. You do have Bluetooth connection for voice activation, and in mode. So simply by pressing mode, we'll go through the various things that you can use. So whether you're on the radio, whether you're on a USB stick, or whether you're on a media device. So that couldn't be any simpler than that. On the right hand side, this one is what I call the book, because it symbolises the turning of pages. So again, if I pop myself in the correct position, I'm going to press that, you will see on the front screen ahead of us we have different screens coming up. You can then, with this little button here, scroll up and down through those various screens, and if you want to set something to 0, if you push it in and hold it, it will reset things to 0 for you. So that's quite a nice, simple, easy mechanism to use. As I say, couldn't be any simpler, just pressing the button and find which one you like to look at. I personally like to have the miles per hour on there as well, so the digital readout. Next to that, you've got your cruise control settings and your advanced braking system for motorway journeys. Again though, I would read heavily into the manuals on those if it's not something you're already familiar with. So down here, heating system, couldn't be any simpler than cold through to hot, and it does change on the screen up here. It shows you what you're doing. And then we've got speeds of the fan, again on the right hand side of the screen, shows you what you're doing. And then you've obviously got your various points of where you want the air to flow to. In this little bag here, this is your locking wheel bolts. That's a very special bolt, so that has to stay in the car. And then a bit further back, you've got heated seats, driver and passenger. You've got rear camera, so even when you're driving forward, if you press this button here, it will show you on the screen here what's happening behind. You've got auto hold for the handbrake system, and then you've got heated steering wheel, and again drive mode, so that's going to put you into sport mode, firm the suspension up, change gears a little bit quicker. Well, no gears as such because it's fly by wire, but you know what I mean on that. If we pop that up, down there is your USB and your wireless charging pad. As long as you've got a phone that's compatible with wireless charging, you simply just rest it in there, and that will then go orange, and then it will then go green when it's fully charged. Nice and simple there. As for the radio itself, it's all touch screen, so the on-off button is here, and there we are. We're off, and now we're back. Oh, we're back on again. I want to show you the radio. So if we press radio, here you are, and you've got your preset channels along here, and because it's DAB, everything is of course in alphabetical order, and you can scroll through your channels, and when you get the ones you like, you simply press this star here and it goes blue, and then it will be the starred versions, or your favorites, which will stay along the bottom. Okay, you can then press this little arrow here and it will show you other things, so for instance battery range, what's left in there. But a very good one is also the navigation, of course. So it's quite simple. We just want to do a search of route, and then you type in your postcode, just follow the instructions, and it works basically just like any other sat nav. You've also got a map, so that's going to show you an area without actually directing you anywhere. All right, so that's nice and simple. So if you're looking for a particular street, you might want to walk there. This will show you, of course, how to do it. Media again is for USBs or Bluetooth or Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You do need to plug your lead in for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto though, and the simple reason for that is because the amount of data you might want to send down the line is far too big for just a normal everyday Bluetooth. So if you want to use Apple CarPlay for all manner of things, really, video I guess, that would be too much of a lot of power going down, so it needs the lead for that. We close that one off, and again volume for the radio is also here as well as on the steering wheel, and also here for changing channels manually. So couldn't be any easier than that. We're going to go back to the radio. So this one here, setup, that's an important one, and that's where you're then going to set up your phone and all manner of different things that you might want to look through and set up. And there's navigation again. So if we go to phone, we want to add Bluetooth connections, we want to add a new device, and then we just simply press OK. As long as your phone is on, your Bluetooth is on, and it's visible to other devices, they will find each other, and you literally just follow the instructions on your screen, and it will then pair. It will ask to download your phone book, download your recent call history, and it works in the same sort of manner as any other Bluetooth phone connection that you would have had in the past. So we'll go back to radio, and there we go. So we can just left and right for searching other channels, and as I say, the presets along the bottom. So that's hopefully enough to get you going for the time being. It's all very straightforward, it's all very simple. On the navigation and the maps, you can also find local charging points, or you can even work out a journey. If you're going on a long journey, it will show you where the charge points are en route, so you can actually preset where you want to go and find your way around there. But between this little video, which is again very simplistic, just to give you a bit of a heads up, and of course then the main manuals will give you a lot more information. But hopefully that's enough to get you going. I'll see you tomorrow. And hopefully the weather's a little bit better and the car will be shiny, because at the moment it's just rained again today for the third time, and it's only coming up for about 11:30. So we've got a little bit of water in the car, but hopefully we'll get that levered off and it'll look all shiny and lovely tomorrow. So thanks for now, and I will see you then. Thank you very much.